Is Doom running on a single board computer still impressive? It can be. Let me show you how. This is the Orion O6 and it's powered by a beefy 12-core ARM SoC from CIX, and more importantly, it has a x16 slot with 8 lanes of PCIe Gen 4, so I can plug in this beast, an 8GB RX 570, brought to you by the patrons supporting this channel. Thank you. Now, this is an older Gen 3 card because Gen 4 support on the O6 is a wee cursed at the moment, but it will give us a good idea of what the O6 is capable of. If you're looking for gameplay, check the timestamps, but for the rest of you, stick around because what I'm getting up to is a bit unhinged. We're going to use FEX to transmogrify the x86 bits to ARM, launch Steam, and use Proton to convert the Windows gaming bits to Linux. So we need to update the BIOS on the O6, install Ubuntu, FEX, and Steam, say a prayer to an elder deity, and see if any of this works, even a little bit. What could go wrong? See this number? If yours is higher, you can skip this part. For the rest of you, we need to do a BIOS update. I downloaded the pre-installed image from Radxa, popped it on a flash drive, went into the boot manager, selected the flash drive, and picked the EDK2 install option. Then I pressed the any key and enjoyed 17 seconds thinking about all of the ways this could go wrong. Pressed Q to quit and power off. It is time to grab a desktop image for Ubuntu 25.04 for ARM. We're going to write that business to a flash drive, and we're about to perform a bit of neat. Once you set the OS hardware description to ACPI in the BIOS, you can select the flash drive containing Ubuntu and boot it. I'm going to gloss over the installation bits since there's nothing here out of the ordinary. You give it a username, set a time zone, pick your storage device, and find something to do for the next 5 minutes. Just remember to wait for this screen before removing the flash drive. Let's crack open a terminal and update the software. Now we're going to install curl because that's not installed by default for some reason. And now we can run the FEX AutoMagic script of snaky installation. Time to set up the RootFS. I'm going to pick Arch, wait for it to download, and option 1 to extract, and Y to set it as default. Done and done. Now we need to install Steam. You can find this abomination in the guide linked in the description. It'll download Steam, unpack it, and create a launcher. Now we can launch Steam using FEXBash. It's going to take a minute to update the client and update the runtime, but eventually we get a login screen. If it gets stuck loading user data, just reboot the entire system and try it again. I'm going to enable Steam Play for all titles and pick Proton 10 since I've had the best luck with it. Good to go. Now let's try some games. Let's start with Half-Life 2 using the Vulkan render at 1080p with the eye candy cranked up to 11. And look at that. That's a pretty solid 60 FPS, even with those annoying NPCs running around. CPU load is minimal and the old 570 has taken the brunt of it. Now, things do fall apart when fire shows up, but I mean, who doesn't? Never change Half-Life physics, never change. This is Portal 2 using the Vulkan render at 1080p using the default graphical settings. GPU usage is kind of bouncing around all over the place, but it's slinging about 100 frames per second with the occasional dip into the high 80s. I didn't think I would ever see this on something ARM-based that was affordable, but here we are. Very amazing, very happy to see this. We're getting off to a good start. The Witcher 3 is doing better than expected. At 1080p using VKD3D with FSR2 unbalanced, it's hanging out in the mid-40s to low 50s. GPU's still getting hammered, with most of the ARM cores sitting around half tilt. But I don't like my games looking like an oil painting, so let's disable the FSR bits, and that instantly looks 4 times better. And it instantly cost us about 15 FPS, and the GPU is now pegged at 100%. Is that really worth the trade-off? What do you think about that? Better quality? Or do you like that oil painting aesthetic? That's a tough one. This is Shadow of the Tomb Raider at 1080p using DXVK with the graphics on medium. This one's all over the place. What's the frame rate, you ask? Well, that depends on where you're looking. I've seen it crawl all the way into the 70s with the occasional dip down into the 30s. Then I got to town. That's a bit rough. Just a bit. But it's not quite down into the single digits, and it's a good time to remember. We're still in the early days of this, so let's just be happy that it's running. Moving on to control at 1080p using VKD3D with the low graphical preset. Look at all the floaters, just like Grandma's house. I didn't expect this one to run as well as it did, given all the physics slingy bits going on at any given time. And once again, the GPU pegged at 100%, but it's doing a good job keeping things in the 30s, well, until fire shows up. Like Half-Life 2, that just tanks the FPS. And here's another one I didn't expect to work as well as it did. This is God of War running at 1080p using DXVK with FSR 2.0 set to balanced. GPU usage is bouncing around quite a bit, but it's giving all 12 cores quite the workout. Dipping into the 30s while in combat, but hanging out in the 40s while playing keep away from Mr. Stony McCrush-a-lot. And of course, I saved the best for last. Doom 2016 running at 1080p using the Vulkan render with overall quality set to medium. If you pay really close attention, you might catch it dip below 60 FPS. Might. It pegs one core of the O6 to 100% with all of the others hovering around 50 to 60%. It's smooth, it's fast, and I think it's a glimpse at what the future holds for gaming on ARM. But there's still work to be done. Bayonetta, for instance, runs like a champ. In the menus, get in game and you're down to single digits. Tap the pause button and you're right back up to 60. But that's rookie weirdness compared to the next title. This is Horizon Zero Dawn running at 1080p using VKD3D with FSR set to performance. A game where everything but camera control is in slow motion. Running, jumping, firing pointy sticks, it's all in bullet time. It has all of the makings of the most cursed speedrun in the history of ever. And it's a good reminder that FEX, like Box 64, is still very much in the experimental phase. So be sure to check out the Playable Compatibility category for a list of supported games on the FEX Wiki. Here we are 4-ish months after release, and I'm going to upgrade the O6 from Haunted to getting there. It can boot generic ARM images from Ubuntu, Fedora, and it's working pretty good with FEX, just so long as you have a Gen 3 GPU. It still can't see this Gen 4 Blueberry of extreme shoutiness. But if you have an ARM board laying around, go download FEX, download Box 64, and just see what you can get up to. And be sure to check out the full write-up on Interfacing Linux, linked in the video description. And maybe leave a thumbs up so people can find my little YouTube channel. But I do wonder, is ARM going to be the future of PC gaming? Time will tell. That's going to do it for this one. So get out there and make something awesome.